I teach lots of music lessons online. And one of the tools I've used for my own work as a composer and musician and for my teaching online is a program called Logic Pro from Apple. It's a really deep program that can do lots of very sophisticated stuff, or you can use it on a bit simpler level. I want to show you a few things I do with Logic in my teaching and a special tool I've found that really helps the whole teaching process. What I've discovered is I can use Elgato's Stream Deck. It's a unit that has buttons on it. You can see mine here. It's an 8x4 grid of what's essentially little LED screens. And each of those buttons can do lots of different functions. Depending on what you need, you might have it open a bunch of programs, you might have it open a specific document. In my case, I'm going to do something specific to what Logic Pro offers, and that's work with markers. And Logic markers are like pins you stick in a map. In this case, it's the horizontal map or the road map of your song. Is it 8 bars till you get to your first verse? Stick a marker there. Is it 48 bars until you get to your first bridge? Put a marker there. So on this screen, just to the left of my picture, you can see a list of song sections. You see intro, verse 1, verse 2, chorus, and later you'll see turn 1. Basically, those are markers I've assigned in Logic. And the nice thing about jumping to the markers is that sometimes you might want to, in my case, I might want to be teaching about the bridge of a song. So a marker can help me jump there really quickly. The way you do that in Logic is to use your keyboard. Now this keyboard won't work for me because it doesn't have the numeric keypad. The numeric keypad is what I'll show you on this keyboard. It's got this area to the right where you see those digits. And it's kind of like an adding machine, if you've ever used an adding machine, or a little pocket calculator, I suppose. So those numbers on the keypad will be what I use to jump quickly to any of these song sections that I've got listed there. Now on the numeric keypad, if I press 5 and hit the space bar, that chorus starts playing. If I stop by hitting the space bar again and decide, well, let's hear the intro, I can type a 1 and then the space bar. Now, if I'm teaching online, I like to maintain as much eye-to-eye contact or connection with the person I'm speaking to as possible. So if I'm having to look down and find my keyboard and go to Logic and be sure it's the active app, and then come back to Ecamm, which is the software I'm using right now to show you these various things on my computer, that can result in some moments of sort of distraction and disconnection with the person I'm teaching. So with Stream Deck set up like I've done it, I can set my numeric keypad aside. In fact, I'll literally do that right now. And now what you're going to see is over here on my Stream Deck, I've got these buttons. They correspond basically on the top left. You're seeing the app of Stream Deck, where you do the kind of the setup. Below it, I wanted you to see me actually touch these buttons so you could see what they do. So here's the thing. In Stream Deck jargon, basically you can do what's called a multi-action. So when I push number 1 here, it's gonna type a numeric keypad 1, that will, and then I hit spacebar with the multi-action, it'll start playing it. Then it's going to come back into Ecamm, which is the software you're seeing right now, and it will play that marker section. When I'm done, I can hit this button, and all this keeps me in Ecamm, where I can maintain connection with my student, rather than having to jump back and forth between active apps and making sure I've got Ecamm active or Logic active. Logic is basically going to run in the background for me. So I'll show you a few examples of how it works. Now, a moment ago, I showed you my numeric keypad with me typing keys on this keyboard. Now, this is all going to be Stream Deck actions, and you'll see what happens. For instance, if I wanted to play the first chorus, I just hit this button, and I can stop it here. If I want to go to the intro, Well, that's the basic intro I wanted to give you to Stream Deck. It's been a huge help to me in my workflow efficiency, in my avoiding frustration when I'm trying to keep track of so many different plates spinning in my setup here for lessons. So check it out. It's a fantastic tool, and I couldn't recommend it more highly.